Get your tickets today. Make sure you come out to the next Sixers home game. The first match on offense in the setup. Here we go. Philadelphia 70.
Philadelphia, home to one of the NBA's most historic teams, the 76ers. Here are the players arriving earlier in the mood for action. On the day that George Washington was born, 2K Sports brings you the best in NBA coverage. Tonight, it'll be the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Philadelphia 76ers here in Wells Fargo Center. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, with David Aldridge roaming the sideline. And here's a look at some numbers for him.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
So the Nets starting 5. Towns is out there with Alperen Sengun. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Thomas. And it's Caldwell in at the 3. And for the 76ers, they've got Josh Giddey. Bonner is out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's McCain in at the 3, the small forward. And we've been seeing MP putting a lot of effort into his offense. He's made it his mission to be the guy who carries the bulk of their scoring duty.
And he's had plenty of bite to go along with his bark. He's been on a tear since making his feelings known publicly. When MP has something to prove, he can be dangerous when he's at the top of his game.
6 on the shot clock. Now here we are, Greg, in the second half of the season. What do you think playoff-bound teams are focusing on right now?
I would say just making sure they keep the momentum heading into the postseason, as well as do everything possible to try to stay healthy.
And the basket by Caldwell.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's McCain. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. And there's the drive. Great defense that time from Sengun. Giddey against Thomas. Pass to Caldwell. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Caldwell's got 9.
Oh, what a find. The ball just comes out of Brunson's hands on time.
Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's McCain. And it's blocked by Sengun.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
Brunson the pass to Caldwell. They get it back. Sengun. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Out to a hot start. 4 makes and 5 shots to begin this ball game.
Maxey against Thomas to stop the run. And Maxey puts it in.
Nice work on the interior. Maxey looks so composed amongst those trees.
And Alperen Sengun continues to prove himself, RJ, as one of the game's most promising big men.
Oh, a lot of it is because of his passing ability, Kevin. Shades of Nikola Jokic out there. Having a big man who can distribute like Sengun is a real luxury.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. After the missed 3 from Caldwell. In a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
Trey Mann, he's checked in for Josh Giddey. And the Nets making a change here as well. Ramsey's checked in, and that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Lets it go from 11. Here's the 3. And Bonner pulls it down. For the Nets, they come into this one following a loss to the Jazz in Delta Center.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
Leaving points at the free throw line can take the edge off of the team. You're playing physical, you're playing hard, and it's just not paying off.
And the basket by Caldwell.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. It's a 5-point game. To the inside, there's Embiid. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Caldwell can't hit. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Maxey. Pass to Bonner. Beyond the arc. Takes the 3. Man can't hit. Nets leading by 5. Here's Ramsey. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists now in this one. 59 seconds left here in the first quarter. Pass to McCain. Rebounded by the Nets. And this group reaching a major milestone this season, notching their 50th win in their last game.
Hey, you love to ensure a winning season. And most NBA teams, even great ones, consider this a major accomplishment.
And here's Maxey following the 3 from Caldwell. 24 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. McCain, another miss by Philadelphia.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
They get it back. Şengün with the bucket.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Embiid. And he can't stop the run as he misses. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets. 13 points up at the end of the period. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And welcome back to the second.
Substitution on the court.
The 76ers trail by 10. Josh Giddey is out there with Tyrese Maxey. Then it's Trey Mann. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's McCain in at the 4th. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. And I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
I know you and I agree they do, David. Thank you very much. Philadelphia's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Maxey, no good. Brooklyn leading by 14. Pass to Caldwell. Three-pointer. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Brunson's got his 6th assist on the night. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Maxey, no good.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. And
almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. 76ers have gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. Jacks up a three. Another miss by Maxey.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him. My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. The 76ers trail by 19. Pass to McCain. To halt the run, and the rejection by Towns.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
And the basket by Caldwell.
Timeout. And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Bonner, he's checked in for Trey Mann. And the Nets also making a change. Miles Bridges, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Brunson against Maxey. Pass to Embiid. And count it from 19 feet away.
That's just not fair. 7-footers like Embiid with that size, they aren't supposed to shoot like that.
Here's Caldwell. Misses the three. The 76ers trail by 20. Now, here's Maxey. Here's McCain. Inside. Embiid picks the bottom. A three-pointer, no good. And so it's Brooklyn controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And we'll be right back after this.
Welcome to halftime. First order of business, catching. Hold on, I just got an alert on my phone. Ooh, half off bowling after the game tonight. Who's in?
I imagine Shaq probably throws that bowling ball a little too hard, Ernie. I don't know.
False. I have a finesse game, Kenny. One time I hit a sit-down shot from the seats behind the lane.
Shaq's like a trick shot artist out there. He's diving, he's spinning. I'm curious to see what's left in the bag. I'll get the lanes. You guys bring your own shoes this time. And switching gears now to that first half. What a difficult start for the 76ers.
I don't see the fight. They're getting pushed around. You really see it on the glass.
They need some of that diesel energy in the paint.
They can use his size as well.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Jalen Brunson out there with Thomas. Then it's Alperen Sengun. Then there's Jay, and it's Towns in at power forward. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against Utah was all business. He dropped in 36 points, and as we've come to expect, he filled it up from three-point range whenever he could. Incredible effort on his part. We'll see if tonight means more of the same. Kevin?
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
Richard, we've seen how far basketball has evolved from 10 years ago to 5 years ago to now. What is it looking like when you go ahead 5 or 10 years?
I think in 5 to 10 years, we're going to see more and more centers that are just so skilled. Taller players, more Kevin Durant's. You're going to see more Wembys. You're going to see more Chet Holmgrens because they're not just putting the tall guy underneath the basket. They're giving him the ball and teaching him how to run pick and roll now.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Here's Towns. It's good. Towns has got 6.
So skilled working inside. Towns knows how to operate down low.
Here's Maxey. Rebound, Brooklyn. Towns has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. For the 3. Caldwell can't hit. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. A nice shot by McCain.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Karl Anthony Towns.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And the basket by Caldwell.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
Here's Caldwell. They lead by 24, their biggest margin. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's McCain. Second chance shot. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's got 11 rebounds in the game. Caldwell. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got 5 rebounds tonight. Giddey with it. Now defended by Şengün. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Yeah, he's averaging 80% from the line, and he has been as steady as they come at the stripe.
And the Nets making a change here. Ramsey's checked in. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The 76ers have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Maxey, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
The Nets working the ball around now. And again for 3.
Another 3. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for three-point shots made. And Philadelphia calls time here. Trey Mann, he's checked in for the 76ers. Some good defense in the NBA, so let's check out the leaders. Number 1, the Nets. 4th, the 76ers.
And we're getting to watch 2 of the NBA's great defensive teams. I mean, very difficult to score as they both contest every shot.
No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. Off target with his 3.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. Pass to Bonner from outside the arc. Ramsey with the rebound.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all.
Good! Another from 3.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep. A nice shot by Embiid.
So much strength from Embiid. It would take a special defender to slow him down.
Here's Caldwell. No good on the triple. Philadelphia shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Pass to McCain. And it's blocked by Şengün. And he's able to get it back. Maxey. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Caldwell. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Brooklyn. Incomplete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. The scoring has been tremendous. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And two teammates.
Do you think fans like that?
It's a great question. Kevin, and there are trade-offs, but as a league, you've got to foster competition and live with the results. And the reality is, doesn't it feel better when there are more teams that have a legitimate chance to win it all?
Bonner, he's checked in for Philadelphia. We've got Bonner, Tyrese Maxey out there with Josh Giddey. Then there's Aaron Nesmith, and it's man in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Now, here's Maxey. He's covered closely. The 76ers with another miss.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
And he comes up with the deuce.
You want to know why they're winning? It's because of his play offensively.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Giddey, the pass to man. Driving in. Rebounded by the Nets.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard.
Whoa! How about that slam?
Whoa! I love the fact that Bridges does a little bit of everything, including passing the ball.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Giddey, the pass to Bonner. Outside, Maxey, the shot, and he drops that one in.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high-quality shooting.
To the right side. Here's Caldwell. Off target from outside. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. Nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that.
Connects again from distance.
And of course it falls for him. That three pushes him into the history books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget. Back to Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
When Maxey is feeling himself, he can really fill up that stat sheet.
Nets shooting it well here in the fourth quarter, 50%. Caldwell can't hit.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Nets.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And the strong effort here will convert into what will be their 50th win on the season. And again for three.
The barrage continues, and he's now broken his own record. It's a new mark for the most triples ever in a game.
He said it. If anyone's going to do it, it may as well be me. And he keeps raising the ball higher and higher. Triple after triple. Catch him if you can. Oh, wow! Oh, that was unbelievable!
Now that is a finish for the ages.
Oh, man. Pass to Giddey. Maxey looking it over. Here's McCain. Connects from three-point range.
Such great feel for the game and where his teammates are. Maxey letting his basketball IQ take over.
Here's Caldwell. Good, that's another bucket. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Pass to McCain. Here is Bonner. Now Maxey. Just 5 to shoot. Shakes him. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Too little, too late. That final score will look way closer than how this game actually played out.
Puts it up. And good! There's another. That... $62 points, 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony and our reporter David Aldridge and the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. So long and good night.
Hey, yo, bad play.
Call the electrician because MP just shot the lights out. Yeah, MP. Man, that was crazy. You look like Craig Hodges out there. Good teams win games like these. These are the games you have to win to be taken seriously.
UNC location to 55555. An member of the collision team will respond immediately. Thank you for your cooperation and indecision. Attention Mets fans. There are limited tickets still available for future home games. To grab yours, just stop by the ticket booth or visit our website. Fans, don't forget about our bobblehead giveaway day. Come to the game, bring the family, and get a free life-size bobblehead.
Hope you enjoyed our next fan appreciation giveaway. Next up,
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Karl Anthony Towns.
And when you look at his offensive output over the past few years, it seems like other teams have figured him out and have his number now. He's having to put in a lot more effort on the offensive end, but without producing nearly the same results.
A look at Indiana's starting group. Halliburton and Nembhard, the 1 and the 2. Asar Thompson out there with Walker, and it's Phillips in at the 5. And for Brooklyn, Alperen Sengun out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Cam Thomas. Then there's Jalen Brunson, and it's Caldwell in at the small forward position. And for a few games now, we've talked about how determined MP is to be their driving force offensively.
I think MP has exceeded any expectations that were created when he promised to score more this year. The way he's been attacking on offense, demanding the ball, getting buckets, those weren't just hollow words we heard from him. He is clearly a man on a mission.
And coming down the home stretch of the regular season, Grant, have modern training methods help players get through it in one piece, you think?
Without a question, B.A. At the same time, it's a keeping up with the Joneses situation. If the guy you're guarding is in top form, that wears you down, too.
The shot by Nembhard, no good. And here are the Nets now. They defeated Washington in their last game.
Dialing it in from range on the road is never easy to do, but they pulled it off and played a great game.
And I think it was clear that their plan was to attack from the three-point line, and it worked to perfection.
Now here's Nembhard. 13 points in the win against Cleveland.
Well, you also have to credit the way he controlled the pace of the game and was able to create for his teammates. Boy, just 1 for 4, a little brisky right now.
Towns passes to Sengun. The rebound by Phillips.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Here's Halliburton. It's rebounded by Sengun.
1 of 5 to start the game. They have to slow down and just play their brand of basketball.
Inside. The hard work that Brunson has put in over the years, it really shows in his game, Doris.
I'll tell you this about Jalen Brunson. As his coach likes to say, he may not pass the eye test, but he passes the win test. Unbelievable footwork, fundamentals, and a clutch gene. Love Jalen Brunson's game.
That free throw good from Brunson. Doris, how about the evolution of Jalen Brunson's career? From role player to star player.
Yeah, B.A., he begins his career as a backup point guard to the great Luka Doncic. But when given an opportunity to thrive without Luka in the playoffs, he did just that. Then he gets his own team and takes his game to an MVP level. Incredible evolution.
Now here's Halliburton. A 23-point game for him in the win against Cleveland.
And he did his part from the line. Drew fouls and made them count.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, Jay, in the last matchup against the Wizards was outstanding. He had 65 points, and he pulled in a season-high number of rebounds. His numbers from that game jump off the stat sheet. He was just superb. Guys, let's see if he can do it again.
Good stuff, Allie. Tremendous effort from him in that last game, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I think he pushed them to the win through sheer force of will.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
Here's Kuzma, following the bucket by Brooklyn. Here's Thompson. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. Thompson's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, Kyle Kuzma, we think of him as a scorer, but that was a tough target to miss, wide open.
Down low. Şengün passes to Ramsey. Here's Caldwell to the middle. Here's Şengün. Soft touch off the glass.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Pass to Thompson. Here's Phillips. The putback. Boy, they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but still coming up empty. Brunson passes to Caldwell. Now here's Brunson. Now Şengün. Here's Ramsey. He's guarded by Nembhard. Man, that one's good.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
I got it.
Pacers trail by 5. Thompson scanning the floor. Pass to Halliburton. Nembhard left side. Here's Phillips. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
And Şengün throw it down.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Bridges, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Whitehead comes in for Brunson.
At the line.
Will make substitutions. And Indiana looking at who they've got. We've got Kyle Kuzma. He's out there with Lou Dort, and it's Kispert in at the 2 spot.
You love to see the unselfishness of Miles Bridges. Just another guy has a better shot. He's ready to move that basketball.
Here's Pierce. He's coming off a 10-point game against Cleveland. Bridges against Kuzma. Pass to Dort. 3-pointer. Tipped. Dort with a steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Pacers. Pierce can't get to it. Brooklyn leading by 9. Here's Caldwell. Dort defending. Towns double team. Outside Brunson. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Indiana has gone 1 of 4 from 3-point land here in the second. The shot by Dort, no good.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
And Dort is such an important guy on the defensive end. Lou Dort.
He is strong. He plays hard. He's willing to mix it up physically. He's a tremendous athlete. This guy is tough to score on.
And here's Indiana now, following the bucket by Brooklyn. On the wing, Kuzma. He's guarded by Bridges. Just 5 on the clock. Kuzma, the pass to Pierce. And Indiana misses again.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
And that one's good. Towns has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Dort outside. Kuzma for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Kuzma's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Nets leading by 10. Pass to Caldwell. Thomas outside. Got a piece of it. And they get it back. Shot clock at 6. Bridges outside. Gets the 3 ball to go. Bridges has got 7 points here in the quarter.
I tell you, the ability to act quickly, to get your shot up as soon as you make the catch, that's beautifully done by Bridges.
Pass to Dort. To the left side wing. Here's Pierce. He's got 5. That one is off.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Towns down low. Here's Caldwell. Pass to Towns. Here's Bridges. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns. Bridges has got 12 points in the game.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Kuzma, left side. Some room here for Dort. Cash money on the open jump shot. So Dort's got his second basket of the game. Miles Bridges has been on display for Brooklyn, hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
Welcome to halftime, folks. Before we talk about the game, let's check out who won Player of the Month in both the East and West. Looking at the East, Jay.
He's been their catalyst when they need a bucket or they need someone to make a play. They know they can turn to him like I could turn to you, Ernie.
Indeed.
Playing the three.
And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first half performance for the Brooklyn Nets. Thanks for tuning in. Now,
and after a very lopsided first half. We'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Well, you look at Miles Bridges. Man, has he been playing well.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Cam Thomas out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Alperen Sengun. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Caldwell in at the three. And that's the group for Jordi Fernandez as we begin the second half. And so many screens today ride that line of moving or not. Doris, think players get away with too much movement on picks?
I think, Brian, it definitely feels like there's a lot more gray area. You have these things now called drag screens. A lot of screens today feel like maybe 30 years ago they would have been a foul. So, hey, I always say, BA, officiating in this league with the speed and the skill is really, really difficult. When Haliburton gets this close to the cup, he's got that little teardrop. Very tough to stop it.
Here's Brunson. The rebound by Tyrese Haliburton. And Haliburton has got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. It's a 14-point game. Pass to Phillips. Brunson against Haliburton. Thompson, a screen on Brunson. Haliburton. That shot off the mark. Brooklyn's gotten 7 of 12 three-point attempts to fall. All right, Doris, where do you think Haliburton ranks among the NBA's best point guards?
Well, he's certainly, BA, got to be near the top of the list. Number one, his vision is absolutely tremendous. He can create on the fly. As importantly to me, it's his spirit and presence, the joy he brings to the game.
Nets leading by 14. Thompson with a steal. Now the Pacers on the move. Here's Haliburton. Brooklyn pulls it in.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
And terrific work on the offensive glass as he picks up the deuce.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Now here's Nembhard. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. The three from Thompson. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
And here's Brunson from the arc. Walker pulls down the board. Pacers trail by 16. Nembhard, the pass to Haliburton. from behind the arc. Oh, making it look easy. Halliburton.
Yeah, this is his game, right? Halliburton wants you to forget how deadly he is from three-point territory. Look out.
Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Fires from the wing and count it. Now 5 for 7.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Here's Phillips. Checking his numbers. He's put up a little over 9 points a game. And it's Brunson with the rebound. Brunson's got 4 rebounds now.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Connects from downtown.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
Now on the way to the floor.
Brooklyn making a switch here. Ramsey's checked in. And a chance here to check out some stats for Tyrese Halliburton.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
Now here's Nembhard. Pass to Kuzma. Nembhard outside. Kispert with the ball. Brooklyn pulls it in. Şengün's got 7 rebounds in the game. Caldwell passes to Brunson. To the wing on the left. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
Now, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Now here's Nembhard. Will it go? Pass to Kispert. And stolen by Brunson. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Here's Kispert following the bucket by Brooklyn. Caldwell grabs the miss.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Şengün passes to Caldwell. Here's Ramsey. Nice move. Again, the net score.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. Nets out in front, delivering the blowout. And fourth quarter basketball. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that... Both teams making substitutions here.
We're going out there, no let up.
Here's Caldwell. Lets a 3 fly. The rebound by Phillips.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And the Pacers looking at who they've got. Halliburton and Nembhard, the 1 and the 2. Walker out there with Asar Thompson. And it's Phillips in at the 5 spot.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul. From deep, he'll shoot 3.
Shooting for India.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Nets?
Their hot shooting from long distance has been the key. Spacing the floor and rising up with that confidence.
I think it's also important we mention the number of assists this group has tallied. Their offense continues to just hum along right now.
And he sinks the second. And we're starting to see some big contracts for NBA head coaches, Doris.
Well, B.A., whether we are talking about player contracts or coaches' contracts, the cost of business is the cost of business. And coaches, to me, earn every penny. Because what happens when teams underperform? The first fall guy is typically that head coach. I have zero problems with the salaries.
Oh, what a perfect pass to set that up.
Hey, the feed might have been pretty, but the finish, that was angry. Halliburton outside. Uneasy, too, on the layup.
Well, he had trouble making shots in the first period, but rounding into himself here in the second.
Caldwell passes to Bridges. A bit of a tweener, but Miles Bridges finds ways to show up in the box score, Doris.
Well, you know he's looking to score, Brian, first and foremost. Easy to set up as he can attack from virtually anywhere. No matter what, you know that Bridges is going to get you some buckets.
Bridges hits them both. Indiana's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Outside Walker. Halliburton looking over the floor. Fires for 3. Caldwell grabs the miss. Caldwell's got 4 rebounds in the game. Bridges outside. Stolen by Thompson. Shoots over Bridges. Pass to Phillips. Now here's Halliburton. Second chance shot. Misses at the rim. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. To the right side. To the paint. Here's Clowney. Rejected by Halliburton.
Oh, my goodness. Tyrese Halliburton twice on the pipe. Send him back defensively.
Walker passes to Halliburton. And here's Nembhard. Jacks up a 3. Nails it from 3.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Nets.
Their unbelievable shooting was probably the biggest difference tonight, but they also got stops.
Yeah, great effort on both ends. Now, they worked for good shots, and they were stingy defensively as well, but just really impressive.
And you have to like how they've played this year. 55 wins in total.
But they've got 2 more chances to get some revenge. The matchup doesn't favor them, but against a conference opponent, they're going to battle hard.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Jay.
What a selfless effort tonight. He's done such a great job finding guys in their appropriate spots.
Caldwell passes to Whitehead. Here's Caldwell, defended by Thompson, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
And so it's Halliburton with it. He brings it up for the Pacers. On the wing, Thompson. There's the 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Caldwell, good.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. now they're closing it out.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Now here's Halliburton. He's closely guarded. The three from Thompson. Clowney pulls it in. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Here's Caldwell. Misses from short range. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching tonight's game.
You earned that one. Way to bring home that W. Yo, can you give me a pair of the Chicago ones? Let's go.